Near mint condition, the home of collected editions.
That cover's so awesome.
Absolute format is the best way to own this store. Time to empty those wallets and fill those shelves. How's it going, all you mentees? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions, and welcome to the not the Thunderdome. Welcome to your monthly budget meeting. That's right. Today we're going to be taking a look at the collected editions coming out in February of 2025. So let's take a look at this together. And welcome back, everybody. Before going any further, a big thank you to our patrons for making videos like this possible. Could not be doing this without you all. And a big thank you to my buddy Dom of X for, taking the task upon himself to download the images and give me the written documentation. That guy is the best, so thank you all so much. And a small reminder to smash that like button, please. That goes a long way for us here on the channel. We are looking at 4 weeks in the month of February. There are still some big books coming out. But my goodness, some things have slipped into March. So that is something that I always like to remind people, that the dates are always subject to change, because sometimes when you see a book in February, sometimes there might be delays. A lot of ports are being affected by a lot of the things going on in the world. So that is something to please keep in mind. We've seen it happen before, and not just with the big two, with the small publishers too, and including indie publishers and Kickstarter stuff. So just keep that in mind. All right. 4 weeks in February. So let's go ahead and get started. By the way, if you want the written documentation, that is found on our Patreon, starting at $1 a month. Then that is the link to our Patreon is in the description of the video, as well as the link to our spread shop where you can get stickers. I'm not just rubbing this for the sake of rubbing it. Where you get stickers or t-shirts or hoodies or hats or mugs with our Near Mint Condition logo or other designs that we've had over the years, except for the Omni fans. That one's out of print right now. We'll figure out a way to do it. All right, let's go ahead and start with the week of February 4th or 5th, depending on where you get your books. From Marvel Comics, we have Black Panther by Ta-Nehisi Coates, The Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. All of it together in one huge book. This is the tail end of Ta-Nehisi Coates' run. This book has 600 pages and retails for $50. In here, you're going to find the artwork of Daniel Acuna, Kev Walker, and Jen Bartel. And the cover there is supplied by Inhyuk Lee. Black Panther, A Nation Under Our Feet, also from Ta-Nehisi Coates, but this time in a Marvel Premiere collection. I've done an advanced look at this sometime in January, and this is the smaller format. It's the digest size format. Collecting the first 12 issues of Ta-Nehisi Coates' run on Black Panther. This one has 320 pages and $14.99. And yes, if you want to check out that video, by all means, go and check it out, because this and Daredevil Born Again are coming out the same day. It is their, I guess it's Marvel's version of the DC Compacts, so they are a little taller. I even do a size comparison too. Captain America Epic Collection, the Suspiria Stratagem, coming back out to print this week, and collecting Captain America 387 to 397, Adventures of Captain America 1 through 4. This is by Mark Gruenwald, of course, writing the main series. The Adventures miniseries is written by Fabian Nicieza, Rick Levin supplying a lot of the artwork in here. And this is the, well, it's getting towards the tail end of Mark Gruenwald's era on Captain America, and coming back to print. Daredevil Born Again, the Marvel Premiere Collection, coming out, collecting Daredevil 226 to 233, and the Gladiator issue from 226 is actually collected all the way in the end. My daughter and I just recorded a video, which I hope goes out sometime, maybe Sunday. We'll let it go out on Sunday. It was a lot of fun. She's 15 years old, never read Daredevil Born Again, and has only read Daredevil Silver Age, so it's interesting to see her takes. I think I read it for the first time when I was 12 years old, and my gosh, it is a masterpiece. Frank Miller, David Mazzucchelli on this phenomenal run that breaks down the character of Daredevil. And again, it's a small digest size, $14.99, 280 pages. Daredevil Mayor Fisk is coming out from Charles Soule and Christos Gage. So, this is Mayor Fisk. Got it. I know what this is. This is issues 595 to 600. And this has been printed before in a numerical order of Charles Soule's run. But this also has the character of Muse in there, who will play a big part in the Born Again, or maybe a part. I don't know. The trailer that you saw, the small trailer, shows Muse in there, so maybe he'll play a big part. This one is $19.99, collecting Daredevil 595 to 600, and it has 160 pages. Dark Web Omnibus, which I've already done an advanced overview of, both covers available the same day, collecting Amazing Spider-Man 14 through 18, Venom 13 through 16, Dark Web 1 through 3, Dark Web, the one-shot Dark Web, X-Men 1 through 3, not Dark Web 1 through 3, sorry. Dark Web Miss Marvel 1 and 2, Dark Web Finale number 1, Mary Jane and Black Cat 1 through 5, Gold Goblin 1 through 5, Free Comic Book Day 2022 Spider-Man Venom, and no solicitations will tell you, but it does include the 5-issue miniseries Hallows Eve, because you view wonderful folks asking Marvel if they could add it, and they did. That's awesome. As well as the Hallows Eve one-shot and the material from the Spider-Man Annual number 1 in there. 792 pages, $100. Marvel Age Treasury Edition is coming out by Mark Waid and Alessandro Cappuccio. And the cover there is by Gary Frank, and this is collecting Marvel Age 1000 and Amazing Fantasy 1000. Marvel Age came out in 2023 and Amazing Fantasy in 2022, so it's interesting that it's finally getting a collection here. 176 pages. Keep in mind, this is the big floppy covers, not hardcovers, because it is Treasury. 176 pages, $34.99. Secret Wars by Jonathan Hickman, Omnibus. And this one will have 3 covers. Another one that I've done an overview of already. And collecting Avengers 35 through 44, New Avengers 24 through 33, Free Comic Book Day 2015, Secret Wars 0, which is actually placed where it belongs, unlike the oversized hardcover. So I've already done an overview of this, and I was trying to compare it, and I thought, wait a second, where's issue 0? Surely they collected, and then one of my wonderful viewers told me, oh, it's all the way in the back, which makes no sense. And then Secret Wars 1 through 9. This book has 894 pages, and it's $100. Now, in my overview, I did tell you exactly what it collects. So if you have the Hickvengers Omnibus 1 and 2, if you have the Secret Wars oversized hardcover, this collects everything in there. This is exactly the same thing, except this is mapped exactly the way that Jonathan Hickman thinks it should be read. So you have intertwining issues of New Avengers in between, and I'm not talking about like a New Avengers issue number, 25 in between the Avengers issues 36 and 37. I'm talking about chapters of issue 25 in between issue 37 of Avengers. It's that kind of just minute attention to detail, which is just crazy, but that's just the way the man is. Ultimates by Dennis Camp, Volume 1, Fix the World, is coming out. I read this last week. My overview doesn't come out until Tuesday. Wow, is all I'm going to say. Collecting Ultimates 1 through 6 and Ultimate Universe number 1. Juan Frigeri is the main artist on this book, but it is Dennis Camp writing it. Now, from the world of DC Comics, we have Absolute Power coming out in a hardcover. This is a standard size hardcover. 200 pages, $29.99, collecting Absolute Power 1 through 4 and Absolute Power Ground Zero. Now, it's not the only Absolute Power story we have. We absolutely have, dad joke, Absolute Power Origins right there. And this is collecting Absolute Power Origins 1 through 3. Now, this one is a paperback, 96 pages, $17.99. And Absolute Power Task Force 7 is coming out that week. This is collecting Task Force 1 through 7. Task Force 7, that makes sense, right? There's 7 characters there. Man, math. $19.99, 208 pages from Jeremy Adams and Steve Orlando and Travis Mercer. Batman and Robin by Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason, Book 2 is coming out. And this is collecting Batman and Robin featuring Two-Face. So that's 23.1, okay. And then 24 through 28 of Batman and Robin, Batman and Batgirl 21, Batman and Catwoman 22, Batman and Nightwing 23, Batman and Red Hood 20, Batman and Red Robin 19, and Batman and Robin 15 through 18, Batman and Robin Annuals 1 and 2. So what is going on with Robin? I'm not sure if they're going to have a page in here explaining what's going on with Robin, but you can find out what happens in Robin by reading the Grant Morrison era of Batman and Robin. Or no, that one's actually in the Batman Incorporated series. Batman 89 is coming out in a paperback edition. Sam Hamm and Joe Quinones, and this is collecting the first 12 chapters of the Batman 89 digital comic series, 152 pages, $17.99. DC Finest, Teen Titans, The Judas Contract, Marv Wolfman and George Perez, two legendary creators. And finally collected in a DC Finest. So this will be a trade paperback collecting Action Comics 546, World's Finest 300, New Teen Titans 33 to 40. The New Teen Titans Annual number 2, Tales of the Teen Titans 41 through 47, Tales of the Teen Titans Annual 3, and Vigilante number 3. 560 pages, $39.99. The Flash by Mark Waid Omnibus Volume 2 is coming out, collecting DC Universe Holiday Bash number 1, Impulse 10 through 11, Flash number 0, and 92 to 107. So that does include the first appearance of Impulse. 1,216 pages, $150. From the world of Image Comics, we are getting Geiger Volume 2 coming out in a trade paperback edition, a continuation of the series that started by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank and Brad Anderson, and reuniting for the second volume. So we have Geiger Volume 2, issues 1 through 6 collected in here, and Geiger Ground Zero 1 through 2. Now, this does have a direct market cover as well. It seems like trade paperbacks from Image have been getting direct market covers. This one is $14.99, and it is the exact same team as Volume 1. And we are also getting the public domain trade paperback from my buddy Chip Zdarsky. This is Volume 2. And this is collecting public domain 6 through 10, $16.99. And from Image, that same week, we're getting the What's the Furthest Place from Here, Volume 4. This is a series by Matthew Rosenberg, Tyler Boss, and Josh Hickson, collecting issues 7 through 9 finally being collected. I was getting worried after seeing solicits for 2 and 3. And volume 19, or issue number 19, $14.99. From Boom Studios, we are getting Jim Henson's Labyrinth, the original motion picture adaptation. So this is a trade paperback, and the trade paperback is $12.99, but we're also getting a hardcover that same day, and the hardcover is $19.99. So this is collecting, I guess it's just the ad, it doesn't give me the page count. And Ronin Island, the complete collection. I remember reading this with my wife. My wife actually reviewed the first 4 issues. Greg Pak and Giannis Miloniaginis. Whoop, that butchered it. This is, sorry about that. Gianni, maybe that's how you pronounce his name. But this collects Ronin Island 1 through 12, $19.99, and it is a trade paperback. IDW has the Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Uncanny Omar talked pretty one day. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2. So this is a follow-up. It's a 5-issue crossover, and it's $17.99 and 128 pages. This one's by Cullen Bunn and Valdemar Rivas. Those I can do. Sorry about that. From Dynamite, Pathfinder Worldscape hardcover volume 3 is coming out from Eric Mona, Christopher Paul Carey, and Chris Campana. This one is $29.99. From the world of manga, we are getting a continuation of Adam the Beginning volume 10. I want to say that this will have a total of 14 volumes. At least that's what I think that's exactly what Titan Comics said. Boruto 2 Vortex Volume 1. So this is a spin-off series of Boruto, published by Viz Media, and it is Masashi Kishimoto doing this. Oh, with Mikio Ikemoto. And it is how Boruto and Kawaki's lives have been switched due to a powerful jutsu. And Dan, My brother would kill me. He loves that anime. He actually has been picking up the manga, and he stopped watching the anime because he's like, I don't need to watch it anymore. I'm caught up with the manga. This is by Yokinobu Tatsu, and it is a fan favorite. Like, people love it. Eden of Witches Volume 2 is coming out that same week, as well as the Gundam Origins Kokuro's Doan's Island Volume 3. This is a hardcover. I Don't Need a Script for Love is also coming out that very same week from the world of manga. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Shining Diamonds Heartbreak Volume 2 is coming out from Viz Media, as well as Kaiju number 8 Volume 12. I'm hoping we get a box set of Kaiju number 8 one day. Very excited to finally get to read that. And I have like the first 2 volumes and I haven't, because I'm like, surely we'll get a box set. My Contract with Apothecary Monster Volume 1 is coming out that week. And we're also getting Now That We Draw Volume 1 coming out that week. And that is Seven Seas Entertainment. Okay, so it's not Ghost Ship. So we're good. We're good. It ain't. Well, I mean, it still could be pervy. I don't know. By Kyu Takahata and Juiji Kaba. That cover, boy, that got my attention. I couldn't talk for a second. Soul Eater Not Perfect Edition, Volume 3 is coming out. I guess they're not finished with the Soul Eater Perfect Editions, because we're also getting a Volume 17. This Is But a Hell of a Dream is coming out that very same week. And also getting the Vinland Saga Deluxe Edition, Volume 6. We're about to get caught up with Vinland Saga in the releases in Japan. Pet Shop of Horrors Collected Edition Volume 1. This is $24.99. And it is published by Seven Seas Entertainment. 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. Now that is definitely Ghost Ship. Oh yeah. So I knew what. Are those fries though? Yeah, like anyone was looking at the fries. All right. From other publishers, we are getting Blocked, and that is being published by the folks over at Maverick, which is Mad Cave Studios. This is by Brian Hawkins. We are also getting Blondie Against Odds. This is a hardcover from Z2 Comics by Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor. John McCrae. Oh, John McCrae. That's awesome. $39.99. I didn't know. I thought they were just doing Kickstarter stuff, but that's really cool. Broken Social Sense presents You Forgot It in People hardcover is coming out that very same week. And that's also from Z2 Studios, by the way. Detective Stanley and the Mystery at the Museum is coming out that very same week. Oni Press is bringing out Buzz in a hardcover format by Anath Hirsch and Tess Stone. And that is $24.99. And we're also getting the Call Me Iggy, Llámame Iggy, the Spanish edition. I love when publishers start doing this. They start bringing out books in English format first, and then later on in Spanish. And the reason I do is because, coming from Peru, I would have loved for publishers to do this more often. But this is by Jorge Aguirre, and it's published by First Second Books. As well as Ella Fitzgerald official graphic novel coming out that very same week. And we're getting the Famous Five Volume 1, 5 on Treasure Island, and Famous Five Volume 2 coming out that week, and that is 5 Go Adventuring Again. Volume 3, 5 Run Away Together, and Volume 4, 5 Go to Smuggler's Top. No, Volume 5, which would have made sense, right? Fantagraphics Underground is coming out with Give Me Liberty, and that is $20 by Gilbert Shelton and Ted Richards, Gary Halgreen, and Willie Murphy. And we're also getting Ghost Whiskers coming out, and that is a trade paperback from Storm King Productions. And the Great Puptective Volume 1 is coming out that very same week in a softcover format, as well as the Great why am I having a hard time with that? Puptective Volume 2, Paranormal Activity. You all got the joke. You all got the joke. How to Draw a Secret is coming out in a hardcover format and a softcover format. Mafia Nanny Volume 1 is coming out that very same week. As well as the Mandrake, the Magician, the Complete Dailies hardcover, Volume 3, 1938 and 1939. Monty and Leo, Mystery in Pocketville is coming out in a hardcover format. And Mugshots is coming out in a trade paperback format. As well as Murder Next Door, graphic memoir, is coming out that very same week. We're also getting the Orisha Volume 1 with Great Power coming out that week. Prince Valiant, Volume 29, 1993 to 1994. Oh my gosh, I didn't know Prince Valiant was going on all the way into the 90s. That's awesome. Race by Ghost is coming out that very same week in a trade paperback format. And we're also getting the Retirement Party. This is published by Floating World Comics. And this one is $15 by Teddy Goldenberg. As well as the Rick and Morty Maximum Trio coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks over at Oni Press, $19.99. The Roy Who is coming out that very same week. Safi, the One-Eyed Cat, Volume 1 is coming out in a softcover and a hardcover format. We are also getting Sea Legs that very same week. As well as the Smurfs Archives hardcover Volume 1 coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks at Paper Cuts. And the Snowcat Prince is coming out in a hardcover format. And that is being published by the folks at Oni Press. This is by Dina Norland. And it's $19.99. And we're getting the Space Chasers hardcover Volume 1 coming out that very same week. As well as Sweet Valley Twins hardcover Volume 5 sneaking out. And Three Thieves hardcover Volume 1, The Tower of Treasure, is coming out that very same week. And to wrap up that week of February, we have Land of Mirrors from Maria Medem. And that is being published by Drawn and Quarterly, $29.95. And if you're interested in any of the books I've talked about so far, check out our sponsor in Canada, BD Cosmos, the Canadian leader in graphic novels. They have a physical storefront in Montreal, Quebec, and their website, bdcosmos.com, offers 25% off your order of over $99 or more, and free shipping everywhere in Canada for every order of $250 or more.
Their shipping care is exceptional. Your books will stay cozy through the rough Canadian weather and arrive to you in near mint condition.
After checkout, let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way, and you'll be added to the monthly $25 gift card raffle. Entries are valid for new and returning customers.
Don't be afraid to call or email them. Ask them questions. Their staff is always happy to help guide you towards the right purchase. Visit their website, bdcosmos.com, for more. BD Cosmos, with rewards and raffles taking care of customers in Canada. Eh?
The second week of February, so we're looking at February 11th or 12th. From Marvel Comics, we have The Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 6. Both covers available the same day. Collecting Amazing Spider-Man 181 to 205, Annual Number 13. The Spectacular Spider-Man Annual Number 1. What If 1, 7, and 19, and then material from What If Number 8. So a lot of stories in here from, of course, Marv Wolfman and Ross Andrew and Keith Pollard doing lots of the artwork here. Both covers available the same day. Daredevil by Saladin Ahmed, Volume 3, Living Hell, is coming out that day, with covering the issues 11 through 15 of Saladin Ahmed's run. Cover there's by John Romita Jr., but it is still Aaron Cooter and Luigi Sagaria doing the main artwork. $15.99 and 115 pages. Daredevil Modern Era Epic Collection Kings of Hell's Kitchen is coming out, collecting Daredevil 51 through 65. And, what if blank had lived? I'm not going to spoil that for people. They're going to come at me later on. Collecting the Brian Michael Bendis era, the remaining of the Brian Michael Bendis era. You also have David Mack, Alex Malev, of course, working on the book. $44.99, 408 pages. Fantastic Four Grand Design. This is by Tom Scioli. And it is a love letter retelling the story of the Fantastic Four in 2 issues. So all 2 issues are collected in here. It's been released in a Treasury edition before. So very much like the X-Men Grand Design and Hulk Grand Design. This is 120 pages, $17.99. Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe. This is a lot of fun, by the way, if you've never read it. This is the Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe, and then Marvel Universe versus the Punisher. Issues 1 through 4 are collected in here. Garth Ennis, of course, and Jonathan Mayberry. With Doug Braithwaite doing some artwork in here. $19.99, 152 pages. Young Avengers Modern Era Epic Collection, Not What You Think. This is the beginning of the Young Avengers. So collecting Young Avengers 1 through 12 and Director's Cut Young Avengers Special. 360 pages, $44.99. From the world of DC Comics, we're kicking it off with Batman and Robin Volume 2, Growing Pains. Now, this is the Joshua Williamson series with artwork by Simone DeMeo. So not to be confused with that other Batman and Robin by Peter Tomasi series. This is collecting Batman and Robin 7 through 13. This book has 160 pages, $19.99. Batman and Robin Volume 4, The War of the Jokes and Riddles. Continuing Tom King, or reprinting Tom King's era of Batman, $17.99, 200 pages. Mikkel Janin does the artwork in there. DC's finest, Doom Patrol, the world's strangest heroes. So this is collecting The Brave and the Bold 65, Doom Patrol 86 through 102, Challengers of the Unknown 48, My Greatest Adventure 80 through 85, and Teen Titans number 6. And that particular book still retails for $39.99, and it has a total of 624 pages. They are just killing it with those. Far Sector, the deluxe edition. Man, I've wanted to see Alex Campbell's artwork in here. No, this is actually not Alex Campbell. I'm sorry. Jamal Campbell's artwork. Oh, it's so good. N.K. Jemisin is the writer, and it introduces us to a new Green Lantern that started off like as a out-of-continuity character, and then she became part of continuity. And it's a murder mystery out in the Far Sector, and that's all I will say. Collecting issues 1 through 12, Green Lantern 80th Anniversary 100th page Super Special, Spectacular number 1, and DC Pride number 1, DC Power Celebration number 1, and DC Power 2024 number 1. $49.99, 376 pages. The Forever Evil Omnibus also is coming out that day. And this is collecting Justice League Dark 24 through 29, Suicide Squad 24 through 30, Justice League 24 through 30, Justice League of America 8 through 13. That has never been collected before. We just had the first 7 issues, I think, collected in the Justice League Volume 2 by Jeff Johns, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it in Volume 1? Please correct me if I'm wrong. It's never been collected in omnibus format or oversized format is what I meant to say. Trinity of Sin, The Phantom Strangers, 12 through 17, Constantine, 9 through 12, Trinity of Sin, Pandora, 4 through 9, Forever Evil, 1 through 7, Forever Evil Arkham, 1 through 6, Forever Evil Rogues Rebellion, 1 through 6, Argus, 1 through 6, and the Forever Evil Aftermath, Batman vs. Bane, number 1. The book has 1,288 pages and retails for $150. Superman Action Comics Volume 3, Revenge of the Demon. This is Philip Kennedy Johnson's with Matthew Clark on artwork here. Continuing his run on Action Comics, $19.99, 192 pages. The Boy Wonder, Junie Baugh's art is so awesome, and their storytelling is so bizarre. I'm really curious about this one. This is a Black Label book. It is a hardcover, 184 pages. And from the world of Image Comics, we are getting I Hate Fairyland, Deluxe Edition Volume 3, collecting the 2022 following series, or the follow-up series, 1 through 20, $34.99, and count me in. I love I Hate Fairyland. Although some of my viewers have already warned me that this isn't as good. I hate hearing that. Because I actually think that Scotty Young is a damn good writer. I really love his Middle West. So he's not just a guy that draws really cute baby Marvel versions of themselves, or Marvel baby versions of characters. Ed Brubaker is getting Kill or Be Killed in a compendium format by Sean Phillips as well, and Elizabeth Breitweiser. All of this collected in this big compendium for $59.99. I assume it's going to be the same content as the oversized hardcover. And Self-Help Volume 1 is coming out that very same week. And that is by Owen Kind and Jesse Kellerman with Mariana Ignacy. Collecting the first 5 issues, $16.99. Or rather, the 5-issue miniseries. I don't know if it's an ongoing series. Dark Horse was sleeping on the first week of February, but here we are with the second week of February with Beyond the Pale by Christopher Emgard and Thomas Aida. And is collecting Beyond the Pale issues 1 through 4, $19.99, 120 pages. Den Volume 5, The Price of Memories, continuing Richard Corbin's beautiful, crazy fever dream classic with new colors by Jose Villarrubia. $39.99, 120 pages. True Weird Volume 1 by James Tynion. This cover, is that the White Goblins of Kentucky? Collects backup stories from Blue Book Series 1 and 2. Okay. Let's see. True Weird is a black and white anthology series featuring stories of ordinary people going head-to-head against extraordinary, based on true accounts. Yes. So, James Tynion, Klaus Janson, Michael Avon Oeming, and Lonnie Nadler with Steve Fox. Love that series. The Tooth by Cullen Bunn and Sean Lee and Matt Kent is coming back to print. So, this has been out of print for a long time. This is $24.99, 184 pages. A novel-length adventure. And Simulation Theory in paperback by Kurt Pierce and Daryl Nicolarm, $22.99. And this is an original graphic novel, 152 pages. And from the world of Boom, we are getting the Curse Pirate Girl in trade paperback format. This is the Melodious Mutiny by Jeremy A. Bastian. $19.99, as well as the Lawful trade paperback volume 1, and that is by Greg Pak and Diego Galindo, collecting Lawful 1 through 4, and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Eltarian War, and that is a trade paperback, collecting Mighty Morphin 13 through 16 and Power Rangers 13 through 16, $19.99. Cursed Pirate Girl. Oh no, I already talked about that. Oh no, it's coming. Cursed Pirate Girl is also coming out in a hardcover. That's what I forgot to say. But the hardcover is a little more. The hardcover is $29.99. The trade paperback is $19.99. IDW, we're getting Shadow Play Book 1 Midnight School coming out that week. And that is by Sam Fonesca. And that is 424 pages, $24.99. The Beauty of Horror Backwards Records coloring book. And that is The Beauty of Horror Volume 7, $16.99, 88 pages. From Dynamite, we are getting Thundercats Roar Volume 2, both the trade paperback and the hardcover. Trade paperback, $19.99, hardcover, $24.99, and it's collecting issues 6 through 10 of the Declan Shalvey and Drew Moss series. Really enjoy the first set of books, or the first volume, rather. From the world of manga, we are getting Akane Banashi Volume 10 coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks over at Viz. We are also getting Choking on Love Volume 1. Boy, if it's not love unless you're choking on love. That is being published by Seven Seas Entertainment. We are getting I Want to Escape Princess Lessons Volume 1 coming out. And that is being published by the folks at Seven Seas as well. And King of the Land Volume 1 is coming out that week. And, oh, that looks so cute. That's from Seven Seas. That is by Choi Rome and Spoon. I assume that's how you pronounce the name. Margrave's Daughter and Enemy Prince, Volume 1, is coming out that week. And that book is being published by the folks at Tokyo Pop. So, and Ogura is the mangaka behind that. We're getting the Otaku Love Connection Volume 1. There's a word I don't see enough of these days. I'll tell you that, man, that was all over the place at one time. That is by Square Enix Manga. And we're getting the Palace of the Omega Volume. Lots of Volume 1s coming out this week. Palace of the Omega is being published by Sublime. And Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Volume 1 is coming out, as well as Red Flower Volume 1, The Young Rooster and the Sun, coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks over at Fair Square Graphics. And we are getting the Sword of the Titans coming out that week. And Sword of the Titans is being published by the folks at Titan Comics, which makes sense, right? Two Perfect Saint, and that's two, T-O-O, Two Perfect Saint, being published by Seven Seas Entertainment. And White Liar is coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks at Tokyo Pop. So those have to be like print on demand, I would say. From other publishers, we're getting Aya, Face the Music, and that is releasing in a hardcover coming out that week. And that's published by Drawn and Quarterly, and it is by Marjorie Aboué. And we're also getting Casey's Cases, hardcover volume 1, coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks at Neil Porter Books, as well as The Devil's Cut hardcover. This is the Book Market edition. And that is being published by the folks at Distillery Media. Fantagraphics Underground, Secrets of a Lost Diary is coming out in a trade paperback format for $25. That's by Santiago Cohen. As well as Les Normaux. You know what? You see the title. I'm not even going to butcher it anymore. That is by Avon Books. That is being published in a hardcover and a softcover format. Night People is coming out that same week, and that is being published by the folks at Onipress. This is by Barry Gifford and Chris Condon, collecting Night People 1 through 4, $29.99, as well as Secrets of Kells. Secrets of Kells is coming out that week, and that is being published by the folks at Little Brown Books for Young Readers, $14.99. We're also getting the Surrounded Americas First School of Black Girls, 1832. That is coming out in a hardcover format. And to wrap up that week, we have the Bring Me the Head of Susan Lamond, and that is by Silver Sprocket, $11.99. Now, if you live in the EU and you're wanting to purchase any of these books, check out our sponsor.
If you're in Europe and you're interested in buying these books, definitely check out Walt's Comic Shop in Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices, flat shipping rate of €12 for all EU countries, emails answered within 24 hours, waltzcomicshop.com, and you can use the code Near Mint Condition at checkout and get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order over €40. That's Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ding!
The week of February 18th through 19th from Marvel Comics, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Epic Collection Quest for the Shield. So this is a really, I want to say, unique Epic Collection because there's a big jump in here. So the contents are Avengers 167 to 168, 170 to 177, 181. So that's a lot of Avengers. Ms. Marvel 23, Marvel Team Up 86, Marvel 2 and 1, 61 through 63, and then issue 69. Because the Guardians of the Galaxy at that time didn't have an ongoing series until then you get Guardians of the Galaxy, the 1990 series 1 through 6, and that's the one by Jim Valentino. As a matter of fact, that's the cover they're using for this. But you do have mostly in here stuff by Jim Shooter and Mark Grunwald and, of course, George Perez. But Jim Valentino is the gentleman that took over the book or kicked it off in the 90s. This book has 496 pages and retails for $44.99. Marvel Masterworks, the Fantastic Four, Volume 3, the Remasterworks edition is coming out. Collecting the Fantastic Four issues 21 through 30. And this one is 256 pages, $75. Miles Morales Spider-Man by Cody Sigler, Volume 5. This is actually Miles entering the Blood Hunt, so that's what this is, Blood Hunt. Collecting Miles Morales issues 1 through 21 through 24 and annual number 1. Punisher Welcome Back Frank is coming back out with a new printing. By Garth Ennis and, of course, Steve Dillon, collecting Punisher issues 1 through 12 of the Marvel Knights series. from the 2000s. 288 pages, $24.99. Scarlet Witch by Steve Orlando, Volume 4, Queen of Chaos. I just talked to Steve Orlando a week ago, and he was telling me that he has so much more of Scarlet Witch to write, and hopefully one day an omnibus will come out. And I'm loving this series. Collecting Scarlet Witch, the relaunch of 2024, 1 through 5. And he did mention, he was like, we'll stop doing relaunches if people start buying issues 6, 7, and 8. He doesn't like it as much as you all do, but I get it. You got to keep it going. Although the trade paperbacks are actually like Volume 4, Volume 3, so at least those are consistent. Steve Orlando, Jacopo Camagni, and Russell Dodderman, of course, are the main creators behind this. $17.99, 136 pages. Secret Wars Battle World Omnibus Volume 1 is coming out this week. Collecting 1602, Witch Hunter Angela 1 through 4, 1872 1 through 4, A-Force 1 through 5, Age of Apocalypse 1 through 5, Age of Ultron vs. Marvel Zombies 1 through 4, Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows 1 through 5. Oh man, that's one that I'm hoping one day we'll get an omnibus of. Armor Wars, the half issue M 1 through 5, Captain Britain and the Mighty Defenders 1 through 2, Captain Marvel and the Carol Corp 1 through 4, Civil War 1 through 5, and that's the Secret Wars Battle World Civil War, by the way, not the classic Civil War. I can't believe I just said that. That was classic. Deadpool Secret Wars 1 through 4, and EX for Extinction 1 through 4. So what they're doing here is collecting books in alphabetical order. Don't know if people realize that or not. Some people are like, why isn't this collected in here? Because there's going to be more volumes. That's what's going on. But these are collected by series in alphabetical order. 1,256 pages, $150. Both covers available the same day. X-Force Epic Collection, Toy Soldiers. Collecting X-Force 27 through 39, X-Force Annual number 3, Cable 6 through 8, New Warriors 45 through 46. I love this era. This is the Fabian Nicieza and, of course, Tony Daniel era. $49.99, 512 pages. X-Men Era of Apocalypse, wrapping up, sort of, but I did put it in my Krakoa reading order. X-Men, the Krakoa era. $15.99, 112 pages, collecting X-Men Era of Apocalypse 1 through 4. From the world of DC Comics, we're getting Batman Nightfall Omnibus Volume 2 Night Quest. This is the 2025 edition. And this is 976 pages, $125. And this is collecting not just the Night Quest storyline, but the Crusade and the Search. So it collects Batman 501 to 508, Batman Legends of the Dark Knight 59 through 61, Batman Shadow of the Bat 19 through 27, Catwoman 6 and 7, Detective Comics 666, or 667 to 675, Justice League Task Force 5 and 6, Robin 1 and 2, and 7, and Showcase 94 number 7. So it is the exact same material that was previously collected. Then we are getting DC Finest Harley Quinn Birth of the Mirth. And this is collecting Action Comics 765, Batman Legends of the Dark Knight 126, Batman Adventures number 12, Azrael Agent of the Bat 60, Batman 570, 573, and 574, Batman Shadow of the Bat 93, Detective Comics 737, 740, and 741, Catwoman 82 through 84, Catwoman 89, The Batman Adventures Mad Love number 1, Batgirl Adventures number 1, Batman Harley Quinn number 1, Batman Gotham Knights 14, and Harley Quinn 1 through 8. So it does include her very first comic book appearance, which is in that Batman Adventures number 12. This book is 624 pages and $39.99. That cover is freaking beautiful, by the way. So Paul Dini, Bruce Timm, Carl Kessel. Does it get better than that? Justice Society of America, Volume 2. Long live the JSA. Jeff Johns and Mikhail Janin. Collecting Justice Society 6 through 12. This is the hardcover, 176 pages. I can't wait to get that. Press by Mark Russell and Ben Caldwell, the deluxe edition. Oh, Press is getting a deluxe edition. That's awesome. Collecting Press 1 through 6, and then the short from Catwoman Election Night number 1. This was a cute series. I like this. 176 pages, $34.99. Red Hood, The Hill by Sean Martinborough and Sanford Green. Collecting Red Hood, The Hill, 0 through 6. And this one is 200 pages, $17.99. We're also getting the Shazam Volume 2, Moving Day by Mark Waid and Goran Sudsuka. And this is collecting issues 7 through 12 of the fan favorite Shazam. 136 pages, $17.99. And also coming out that week is The Brave and the Bold Volume 2, The Book of Destiny. This is the 2025 edition. And collecting this, actually, it's the same issues as the previous version. The one, oh my gosh, has it been 20 years? 19, almost 20 years. So this is 160 pages, $17.99. I'm surprised they didn't put them all together and make like a deluxe edition. It's great stories if you haven't read them, by the way. Wonder Woman, The Golden Age Omnibus Volume 6 is finally coming out. This has Sensation Comics 105 and 106, Wonder Woman 48 through 54, and the book has 704 pages and retails for $150. From the world of Image Comics, we have Criminal Volume 3, The Dead and the Dying. This is a new printing of Criminal. Is there a TV show or something? I see a lot of new printings for Criminal. Not that it doesn't need to go, or it needs to go out of print because it's great. And Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips are properly placed in that cover, right? I love that the book designer had a decision to make. Where do I put Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips? Well, certainly not here. Shift up. Well done. Well done. Okay. We're also getting Remote Space in trade paperback format. And that is by Cliff Rathburn. And this is collecting Remote Space 1 through 4, $16.99. We're getting Rogue Sun, Volume 4, trade paperback. And this is all part of the Massive Universe. Ryan Parrott. And this is collecting the Rogue Sun 19 through 24, $17.99. We're also getting Spawn Origins, Volume 30, coming out that week. At one point, we really thought we weren't going to get any more of that. And here we are with yet another one of those trade paperbacks. And I'm all here for it. This one here collects issues 179 to 184. David Hine, Todd McFarlane working on that particular volume. And then we're also getting Spawn Sin War trade paperback coming out that very same week. Now, that one is collecting issues 331 to 337. Rory McConville, Todd McFarlane, and Carlo Barberi working on that era of Spawn. We're also getting the Strange Girl hardcover 20th anniversary edition. There is a bookplate version also available that same day, but this is by Rick Remender and Jerome Opeña, Peter Berting, and Nick Stakai, and Eric Wynn. $59.99. From Dark Horse Comics, we are getting the Marvel covers of Jack Kirby Volume 1. And this is collecting a bunch of the covers from 1961 to 1964, including art from the earliest issues of not just the Avengers of Fantastic Four, Incredible Hulk, Journey into Mystery, but also things like Strange Tales and Tales to Astonish. And there's a commentary by multiple contributors. Long live the king. So Volume 1 is 1961 to 1964. The Complete Kabuki 30th Anniversary Edition coming out. 1,312 pages. And collecting the Kabuki Library editions 1 through 4, minus the bonus content that you found in those. But those are long out of print. 1,312 pages, $149.99. Beast of Burden is coming out with an omnibus format by Evan Dorkin, Jill Thompson, Sarah Dyer, Benjamin Dewey, just to name a few. Collecting Beast of Burden Animal Rights, Occupied Territory, Neighborhood Watch, and Weiss Dogs and Elric Men. Published by Dark Horse. 592 pages, $29.99. And I am here for that. Big fan of that series. Very I think that may have made it into my hidden gems. I can't remember. From Boom Studios, we're getting Jonesy, the complete collection coming out that week. From Sam Humphries and Caitlin Rose Spoyle, collecting Jonesy 1 through 12, $19.99. From IDW, we're getting the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures Volume 4 coming out that very same week. And that is by Eric Burnham is working on this book right here, as well as Dan Showing. and this is collecting issues 9 through 12 of the ongoing, or 9 through 11, sorry, of the ongoing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures, and the April special, $16.99, 128 pages. And My Little Pony Set Your Sail by Amy Meberson is coming out that very same week. Megan Brown also working on this book, and $17.99, 120 pages. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Mirage Years, 1993 to 1995. So this is interesting. Let's see what this is. Discover the lost pieces of TMNT history in this collection of all 13 issues in the original colors from the Mirage Studios, previously out of print. After the original 62-issue run of Ninja Turtles, and Mirage continued the series with the new number 1 in 1993, and it ran for 13 issues. Oh, okay. So this is the 13-issue run by TMNT veteran Jim Lawson, and now we know it as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 2. So this picks up after the events of City at War, which is collected in that TMNT Compendium Volume 3. Okay. 360 pages, $59.99. That is an interesting collection. I did not know about that. 1993 to 1995. From Titan Comics, we're getting Blade Runner Tokyo Nexus Die in Peace coming out that week. Now, that is by Kiana Shore. And by the way, there is a direct market cover too. And Mariano Taibo, collecting Tokyo Nexus 1 through 4, $17.99. And Fu Action Super Deluxe Direct Market, the signed and number edition, is finally coming out this week. I'm hoping to interview Matt sometime in February. He's the gentleman that worked with Jamie Hewlett on this, and you all should join in for that. And also, Money Shot is coming out that very same week from Titan Comics, as well as they're trying to reprint a lot of other stuff. From the world of manga, A Business Proposal, Volume 8 is coming out that week from Ize Press. As a reincarnated aristocrat, Use Appraisal Skills, Volume 13. You just got to throw that in there, right? From Kodansha Comics. We're getting A Boy Who Ruled the Monsters, Volume 1, coming out that very same week. And something that is very surprising, kind of came out of nowhere. Battle Angel Alita, The Mars Chronicles, Volume 10 is coming out that week. Oh my gosh, I love Alita. And I forgot I still need to pick up the last order books because they never finished them. Or the Omnibus editions, they never finished them. So I'm just, it takes me back when I see a new Battle Angel Alita, and I'm all here for it, by Jukito Kishiro, still the mangaka. That's awesome. It brings back memories every time I see that pop up from time to time. I've been doing this for 7 years now, or this segment. This segment I think I've been doing for 6 years. And it just, genuine surprise whenever I see something pop up in the catalog. I was like, oh, more Battle Angel Alita. I miss Alita. And then it reminds me, oh, I need to go and get the rest of that series because I completely forgot that I haven't yet. Detroit Become Human Tokyo Stories Volume 2 is coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks over at Yen Press. And we're getting Fate Khalid, Linear Prisma Ilya Complete Collection coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks at Seven Seas Entertainment. This is I assume this is the characters in the universe of Fate Stay? Maybe. Helena and Mr. Big Bad Wolf coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks over at Yen Press. And that is Volume 1. Hunter 3-in-1. Oh, they're doing 3-in-1s of Hunter. See what I mean? Still surprised. Hunter, which I know goes on hiatus quite often, by Yoshihiro Togashi. $16.99. And I know that 3-in-1s don't have the best paper stock, but a lot of those are out of print. I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day is coming out that very same week from the folks at Kodansha. It's a beautiful, beautiful cover right there, by Nachi Aono, mangaka on that book. And that is a Volume 1. And Kill the Villainess Volume 1 is coming out that very same week, being published by the folks at Ize Press. And we're also getting the Liar Liar Volume 1 coming out that very same week, published by Yen Press, as well as Loving Moondog coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks over at Steamship. And Meth E-Meth, I assume that's how you say it, unless it's like a play on words, but this is published by Yen Press, no volume number, it's just a one-shot, I assume. And Muhina is also coming out that very same week from the folks at Viz. This is, or maybe it's Mujina, Into the Deep. And Planeta is coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks at Tokyo Pop. We're also getting Rooster Fighter Volume 7. And Speed Grapher coming out that very same week. Volume 1, must be a reprint of Volume 1. Victoria of Many Faces is coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks at Yen Press. From other publishers, we have Almost Sunset coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks over at Harper Alley. We're getting the Astro Chimp graphic novel coming out that week from Harper 360. We're also getting the Button Man by Arthur Ransom, the Apex edition, and my overview of that will be coming out next week. Yep. Button Man by Arthur Ransom. It's a beautiful, beautiful artist edition. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. We're also getting the Cassie and House of Memories coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks at Random House Graphics. We're getting the Hedrick Night of the Mummers collected edition coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks over at Scratch Comics. There is a hardcover that is $32.99 and the softcover is $24.99 by Lawrence Allison and David Hitchcock. It's 140 pages of the entire cult hit series, including the Broken Pieces, with a special 5 added pages. The deluxe edition has my interest. History of Everything is coming out that very same week, and that is being published by the folks at Harper Lee. There's a softcover and a hardcover of that book. Liquid Kill is coming out that very same week, and that is being published by the folks over at Massive. There's a first print edition and a regular edition by Max Hoven and Aaron Crow. And we're also getting the Milk White Steed is coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks over at, this is Drawn and Quarterly. Michael D. Kennedy is the creator behind this, and it is $24.95. It is a trade paperback. Order of the Circle is coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks at Dead Sky Publishing. This is by Levi Corey and Elizabeth McKedsey. $16.99. That is a freaky cover. Panharmonian Chronicles Volume 1, Times of London is coming out that week. And that's being published by the folks at Shift Presents by Henry Chabane and Stephen Baskerville. $27.99. We're also getting the Roxy Romance Reborn coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks over at Rebellion 2000 AD. We're getting Simon Beasley's The Dead Raw Edition. I think this was supposed to come out last week, but it looks like it's coming out, last month in January. But it is coming out in February, and that is Berserker is the publisher behind that. There's a hardcover and a softcover. And Tiger's Tongue is coming out that very same week. That is being published by the folks over at Mad Cave Studios. This is by Olivia Stevens and Odera Ikbokwe. And $14.99. Wrong Earth Volume 3 is coming out. Dead Ringers. Oh man, my wife loves Wrong Earth. And she is so excited about this one. And we're also getting the Tex Valley of the Shadow hardcover signature edition. This is from Epicenter Comics and by Mauro Boselli. $22.99. Cinebook is publishing Lucky Luke, Volume 83, Trouble Brewing, Volume 83. My gosh, $12.95 for this book. Random House Graphics is putting out Halfway to Somewhere, and that is coming out in a softcover format by Jose Pimienta, $13.99. Essentials hardcover volume 1 is coming out that week from the folks at Lab Press, and there is a hardcover by Bill Sienkiewicz. That cover, man, the cover is awesome. And to wrap up that week, we have Love and Smart and in Color by Alex Crocus, and this is published by Silver Sprocket. We kick off this last week with The Amazing Spider-Man by Zeb Wells, Volume 12, Dead Wrong, collecting Amazing Spider-Man 55 through 60, and also wrapping up Zeb Wells' run, 60 issues plus the crossovers. This is by Emilio Lizo and John Romita Jr. working on this book with Scott Hanna on inks. $29.99, 200 pages. The Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection. 9 Lives has the Black Cat, collecting The Amazing Spider-Man 186 to 206, Annual 13, and the Spectacular Spider-Man #1. So this is the Marv Wolfman era, the Keith Pollard era, and you have a little bit of John Byrne in here. $44.99, 488 pages. Marvel Masterworks, The Invincible Iron Man, Volume 18. Not sure why I keep clapping my hands. Like, yeah, man, let's get excited. Yeah, man, let's get excited. It's the last week of the month. This is collecting. Wow, we're in this era of Invincible Iron Man. This is Dennis O'Neil, Luke McDonnell, Bill Mantlo, I think, is on this. But collecting issues 183 to 192, Annual number 7, Marvel Team Up 134, and then Jack of Hearts 1 through 4. And $75, 416 pages. Again, both covers available the same day. New Mutants Epic Collection, Fallen Angels. A book that I think we announced 3 years ago, but for some reason they pulled it, and now here we are. Finally coming out. I have an advanced copy of it, so it is real. Collecting New Mutants 45 through 54, New Mutants Annual 3, and Fallen Angels 1 through 8. Whew, that series. By, of course, Chris Claremont, and then Mary Jo Duffy writing the Fallen Angels. Butch Guys, Kerry Gamble, just to name a few of the creators. $44.99, 496 pages. Spider-Man Reign 2. So this is the follow-up to Spider-Man Reign. With still Carrie Andrews working on this book, and with Brian Reber collecting Spider-Man Reign 2, 1 through 5. Venom by Al Ewing, Volume 8, The Venom War is coming out, issues 35 through 39. Tarun Grombeck and Al Ewing working on this with Cafu on artwork. I think this is a series. I know people really love Donny Cates' run, but this series has been stellar. Slow burn. Confusion at first, but then when Al Ewing starts coming up with this crazy Garden of Time and Bedlam and all this, oh my gosh, it is freaking crazy. I love it. Absolute Transmetropolitan Volume 3, the 2025 edition for anybody that missed it, finally coming out that last week of the month, collecting issues 40 through 60. And this is 544 pages, $125. Batman, Superman, World's Finest, Volume 5, Secret Origins coming out, collecting World's Finest 18 through 19, 25, and Batman, Superman, World's Finest, Annual number 1. And this is still by Mark Waid and Dan Mora. Green Lantern Volume 2, continuing Jeremy Adams series, Love and War, collecting issues 7 through 12, $19.99, 200 pages. John Constantine, or Constantine, depending on where you're from. Oh, by Cy Spurrier. This is Dead in America, the Black Label series. This is 368 pages. It is a hardcover for $39.99, and Aaron Campbell is the artist on this one. Justice League International, Book 1, Born Again, the 2025 edition. Collecting Justice League 1 through 6, Justice League Annual 1, Justice League International 7 through 17, Suicide Squad 13, and Justice League International Annual 2. $39.99, 552 pages. I'm just surprised they didn't do a DC Finest of this era. It's just a straight up paperback. Then we also have compendiums. Whoa! I get that reference. Power Girl Volume 2, More Than a Crush. This is collecting Power Girl 8 through 12 by Leah Williams and Eduardo Pansica. And this is 136 pages, $19.99. The Flash by Grant Morrison and Mark Miller Deluxe Edition is coming out, collecting issues 130 to 141. And the crossover with Green Arrow number 130 and Green Lantern 96. So for the people wondering what exactly this is and why they're doing a deluxe edition and why I get it, because sure enough, DC is going to collect these issues with the Mark Waid Volume 3. No, I don't think that's going to happen. I really do think they're going to leave him out because it's not written by him. It's when Mark Waid went over to JLA and Grant Morrison came over to Flash. They switched, and then we got that phenomenal freaking Tower of Babel. And then Mark Miller gave us the Black Flash, I think, storyline with Grant Morrison, of course. But this one is $49.99, 416 pages. So if you're getting those Omnis, you want all of Flash in oversized hardcover format. Okay, how about this? I'm 95% sure this is not going to be collected in the Omnibus. This is going to be just a deluxe edition. I wish they'd release more of these orphaned issues in deluxe editions. Marvel 2. Penguin Volume 2, All Bad Things, collecting Penguin 7 through 12, Tom King and Rafael de la Torre. I haven't gotten the chance to read Volume 1, but people have told me it is excellent. Titans Volume 2, The Dark Winged Queen, Tom Taylor and Lucas Mayer, collecting issues 8 through 15 of Titans. And from Image Comics, we're getting Hack Slash, the Deluxe Edition Volume 5. This is a hardcover coming out that very same week. And that is, of course, by Tim Seeley. This time around joined by Justin Jordan, Michael Moreshi, and Steve Orlando. Collecting the Mercy Sparks, A Slice of Hell issues 12 through 25. And then the Final Showdown fans have waited for. Okay, so this might be the final volume? And, well, no. They have a new series of Hack Slash by Zoe Thorogood. And then Knights Season 1, Volume 2 is coming out that very same week. And that is by Wyatt Kennedy and Luigi Formisano, collecting Knights 6 through 12. We are from Dark Horse Comics. We're getting Ruthless Render Volume 2 coming out that very same week. And that is by D.D. Mark, $12.99. From Boom Studios, we're getting Crocodile Black coming out that very same week. And that is by Philip Kennedy Johnson and Andre Sorrentino, collecting the first 5 issues, $17.99. And also getting Nomads, the Sand Kingdom original graphic novel, Volume 2, coming out from Captain Juder. And this is collecting episodes 24 through 53 of Nomads, which I assume is a webtoon. Yeah, it is a webtoon series. James Bond from Dynamite 007, Your Cold, Cold Heart, is coming out in a hardcover format. And that is by Garth Ennis and Rafa Lobosco. These Dynamite freaking James Bond books are stellar if you haven't read them. Like, every one of them is so different. I need to add another one of my hidden gems. Red Sonja Volume 2, The Master Returns, is coming out in a trade paperback edition. This is, of course, my buddy Tyrone Grumback's run with Walter Giovanni on art, collecting issues 7 through 12 of this run. $19.99. From the world of manga, we have Cat Gamer Volume 7 coming out. Oh man, those cats are getting big. I remember when they were little kittens. By Wataru Nadatani. The translations here are by Zach Davison. This is $11.99. And these are paperbacks, but they're adorable, published by Dark Horse Comics. We're also getting Centaurs from Ablaze Publishing. This is a Volume 4 by Ryo Sumiyoshi. Man, folks in Japan, they're just into everything, and I'm all here for it. I love that we get a lot of this stuff in America now. Dangers in My Heart, Volume 10 is coming out from 7 Seas Entertainment. This is by Norio Sakurai. And we're also getting Farewell My Odin coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks over at Titan Manga. Man, that looks killer. That looks killer. This is by Chihiro Yoshioka. And $12.99. Tamamori's Fantasies Never Stop. Volume 1 is coming out from Ghost Ship. And this is by Tatsu Waipu. And, you know, I can suspend my disbelief for so long. Like, I refuse to believe the size of those things. There's no way that those hands are that small. No way. Anyway, moving on to Trigun Maximum Deluxe Edition Volume 4. We'll have one more after this. And this is published by the folks at Dark Horse Comics. $49.99. Yasuhiro Naitao. And this particular volume has 688 pages. And we got some more deluxe editions coming out this year, but I will let Dark Horse announce that. Yatamomo Volume 1 is coming out, and that is being published by the folks over at Kuma. And also getting the Mansect that is coming out from the folks at Living the Line. And this is a manga by Koga Shinichi. So very excited for this one too. I'm a big fan of what Living the Line manga they're picking out and bringing out, like the Mushroom one or the Bride of Frankenstein. Those are excellent books. As well as The Inconvenient Life of an Arousing Priestess, Volume 1, coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks over at Tokyo Pop. It Takes More Than a Pretty Face, Volume 1 from Seven Seas Entertainment is also coming out the last week of February. And Your Lie in April Omnibus Volume 3 is coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks at Kodansha. Ablaze is also bringing the Osamu Tezuka Neo Faust for $19.99. They seem to be doing a lot more and more of Tezuka stuff, and I'm here for it. Eat is coming out that very same week, and that is being published by the folks at Seven Seas Entertainment by Nagabe, and $14.99, and it looks like it's a standalone manga. From other publishers, we're getting Aeon At the End of Judgment Has Its Fury, and that is a hardcover, and that is being published by the folks over at Gungnir, and this one is $29.99 by John Conley, Joe Harris, and Matthew Medney. And I got to interview those guys, and great group of guys. Alley Oop and the Magic Staff, The Complete Sundays, 1997 to 1999 is coming out. And that is a graphic novel, or a trade paperback, rather. And Alley Oop and the Neanderthals is also coming out that very same week. And that is also a trade paperback edition. Archibald Volume 1, Monster Slayer, is coming out from Ablaze Publishing. And this is by Hyun Min Kim. $14.99. We are also getting Asterix Omnibus Paper Cuts Edition Volume 13. And, of course, published by Paper Cuts. This is a hardcover. $22.99. I don't see the page count yet. Comics Revenue Presents February 2025 is coming out that week. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad they're still doing those kind of things. We are also getting the Black Star. Oh, I didn't know Black Star was coming out that. Okay, so Black Star by the folks over at Alien Books, Ricardo Barreto and Juan Jimenez, $12.99. That book is coming out that very same week. And although it's not revealed, it will have 2 covers. And we're also getting the Crumble hardcover coming out that very same week, and that is being published by the folks at Alison Quinn Young Readers in a trade paperback and a hardcover format. And Destiny and Phantom of the Swim Team is an original graphic novel coming out that very same week from Hermes Press. We are getting the Defenders of the Earth Volume 1, The World Divided. So this is from Mad Cave Studios. Dan Didio and Jim Calafiore are working on this book. And it does feature the classic characters from Defenders of the Earth. Man, I love this. Mandrake, Phantom. So, oh my gosh. I used to get up and watch this show. Brings back memories. I think they aired it on the Sci-Fi Channel early on when they were doing that and like Transformers. But anyway, it is coming out $17.99 from Mad Cave Studios. Disney's 101 Dalmatians Classic is coming out in a hardcover format. that is being released by Paper Cuts. So I think we're living in a unique time. You got manga printed by Tokyo Pop. You've got Disney comics, and that's Disney manga, by the way, like Finding Nemo and things like that, Lilo and Stitch. You've got Fantagraphics releasing the classic Duck stuff. You've got Dynamite releasing the Disney afternoon stuff like Darkwing Duck and DuckTales. You've got Paper Cuts releasing these classic comics. I think we live in a really interesting time for Disney comic books. At least we're getting them. Dragon Forged, Volume 1, Sword of the Champion, is coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks at Union Square. And we're getting the Dragon Hoops coming out in a softcover format. I don't think that's ever been collected in softcover format. And that is being published by the folks at First Second Books. Jean Louis Yang. This is a masterpiece to me. I love it. Not even a fan of basketball. That will probably make it in my top 10. Fallen is coming out from Red 5 Comics by Matt Ringel and Henry Ponciano. $24.99. And we are also getting Fight Girls, the director's cut. And that is a trade paperback and published by AWA by Frank Cho. Wish they would do big hardcover editions of that. 5 Points is coming out that very same week, and that's being published by Shift Presents. And it is a trade paperback. And we're also getting the, Gotcha Man, Galactor coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks over at Mad Cave. This is by Steve Orlando and Pasquale Qualano. $17.99, and collects the Rivals short story from issue number 0, plus the spin-off series that features Galactor in the miniseries. Or it's a miniseries, sorry about that. Girl Genius, hardcover volume 3, Agatha and the Monster Engine is coming out, as well as Girl Genius Second Journey volume 8, and both of them are in hardcover format. We're also getting the Golden Age Thrilling Comics Princess Pantha Softie edition coming out that very same week. $32.99. This is the softcover version of this book. And this is by PS Art Books. $32.99. Ramaton Punch is coming out from Blaze Publishing. And that is a volume 1 by Miles Gunter and Brianne Andan. $19.99. Greaser Volume 1 is coming out from Magma Comics. Kiss Bet Volume 1 is coming out from Webtoons Unscrolled. La Boriqueña hardcover Volume 1 is coming out from Somos Arte LLC. I remember interviewing Edgardo, this is Edgardo Miranda Rodriguez, and this is a character that was huge, and that interview was so interesting. This collects Volume 1 through 4 of the graphic novels, the 6 short stories, and 60 covers and pinups. $74.99. We're also getting Life Drawing coming out in a hardcover format from the folks at Fantagraphics. This is by Jaime Hernandez. I should have known by that cover. The Marvel art of Michael Turner is coming out that very same week. There's a direct market cover and a standard edition cover. And we are also getting the new Zodiacs Pisces, and that is coming out in a trade paperback. PS Art Book, Kid Eternity Softie is coming out that very same week. And that is, of course, published by PS Art Books, as well as PS Art Books, the Police Comics coming out in a Softie. 7 Years in Darkness is coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks over at Midnight Factory. And Antarctic Press is putting out Punchline digested trade paperback, The Blood Sisters by Bill Williams and Matthew Weldon, coming out that very same week. Soma is coming out in a trade paperback format from Oni Press by Fernando Lior and Carlos Dalmu, $19.99. And we're also getting the Spectrograph coming out in a hardcover format. Now that is coming out from Distillery Media, and there is a direct market exclusive version of this that adds additional pages, and that one is $75, while the standard one is $35. Texan Zagor, Omens of War is coming out in a hardcover signature edition that week, as well as the World Within the World hardcover. Mini comics and short works coming out that very same week, and that is being published by the folks at Fantagraphics, and that is a beautiful cover. This is by Julia Griffer, and $39.99. We're also getting the Young Nomads trade paperback volume 1 coming out that very same week from Battle Quest Comics. And to wrap up the week and the month of February, we're getting Zombie Makeout Club volume 3, Death Kiss, by Peter Richardson, $9.99 by Blaze Publishing. Now, if you're interested in any of these books, check out our sponsor, cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget that CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And those were the collected editions coming out in February of 2025. In the comments down below, let me know what you're picking up, what you're most excited for, and of course, the written documentation will be on our Patreon, so that will be up this weekend. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. I'll be unleashing my top 10 and limiting to 10 this time. Must reads, essential buys, or books I'm suggesting for February. That will be coming out Sunday. But that's it, everybody. Stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.